Wagwan YouTube, Mr. Tibbz here. Last video we learnt about Thai numbers. We learnt 1 through to 10 or 0 through to 10. This episode we're going to go over some of the other fundamentals in how to count in Thai. So in the last episode we learnt up to 10. Nung, Song, Sam, Si, Ha, Hok, Jet, Bet, Gao and Sip. Okay? So now we're in the teens. So 11, the way we do it is sip et. So once you get into double digits, nung becomes et for 1. Number 1 becomes et instead of nung. All of the 2-digit numbers, if it ends in 1, it ends in et. So 51 would be hasip et, not hasip nung. Remember that. So 11, sip et. But then it gets super easy once you know 1 through to 10, because then it goes sip song, sip sam, si, sip ha, sip hok, sip jet, sip bet, sip gao. And then for 20, yi sip. So not song sip, yi sip. And then it would go yi sip et, yi sip song, yi sip sam, yi sip yi sip si, yi sip ha, yi sip hok, yi sip jet, yi sip bet, yi sip gao. And then for 30, what's number 3? Your mate Sam. And then it becomes Sam sip. Your teens and your 20s do follow a different rule. It's sip first, sip ha, 15, sip jet, 17, for example. For 20, it starts with yi sip, okay? Yi sip, that means 20. Yi sip et, 21. Yi sip song, 22, etc., etc. Difficult to remember rules, but once you get past that, it then becomes super easy to count to 100, because 30, sam sip, 40, si sip, 50, ha sip, 60, hok sip, 70, jet sip, 80, bet sip, 90, gao sip. And you would go, let's say we want to say 75, we'd say jet sip ha. Jet sip ha. 75. Super easy. So they're like the fundamentals of counting in 2-digit numbers. Then we get to the more exciting rules. If we say gao sip gao, we're on 99. So how do we say 100? So like imagine we're saying 100 instead of 100. So 100, Roy, Roy, my mate Roy, Roy. So we would go Nung Roy is 100. Then for 101, it would be Nung Roy, Nung. Nung Roy Song, Nung Roy Sam, Nung Roy Si, Nung Roy Ha, Nung Roy Hok, Nung Roy Jet, Nung Roy Bet, Nung Roy Gao. Nung Roy Sip for 110, Nung Roy sip et for 111. Remember, when there's a 2-digit number that ends in 1, it's et, not nung. So Nung Roy sip et, or Nung Roy yi sip et, 121. So 100 is Roy, and you can apply all the previous rules to this new rule. Now, with these fundamentals, you can count all the way up to 999, which would be Gao Roy, Gao Sip, Gao. Easy, right? Easy. So now, the final number we're going to cover in this episode, 1,000. 1,000. Now in Thailand, 1,000 baht notes, pretty much what you'll be paying for everything in. So you're going to need to know 1,000, which is pan, pan. So a frying pan. 1,000 is pan. So let's say we want to say 3,456. So what's 3? Sam. Sampan. Okay. Si Roy. Hasip Hok. 3,456. It's going to take a while for you to get used to it. These are the fundamentals you will need when someone who doesn't speak English is trying to tell you the price of something. It actually took me maybe about an hour to really grasp it, because once I knew 1 through to 10, then it all just clicked. If it ends in a 1 and it's not a single digit number, it ends with ek rather than nung. The 20s are yisip instead of songsip, which you might think it would be songsip because the rest does follow that pattern of samsip, csip, hasip, hoksip. Remember, 20s is yisip. Then you've got to remember roy for 100, and you've got to remember pan for 1,000. And there you go. Now you know how to count all the way up to 9,999. Maybe I'll do another episode where we can get up to 1,000,000. I don't know. So thanks very much for watching. This was like quite a fun little mini series that I've done, teaching you how to count. Maybe next episode that I do this sort of format in, I'll teach you basic Thai greetings. If you watch the travel vlog, you've probably heard me say things like Sawatdee krap, which is hello. But maybe we'll do a like basic Thai greetings and stuff in the next episode.